For example number 3, we're going to solve the system of equations by substitution. Now, given a system of two equations and two variables, we're going to solve using the substitution method. Number 1, we're going to solve one of the two equations for one of the variables in terms of the other. Number 2, we're going to substitute the expression for this variable into the second equation, then solve for the remaining variable. Number 3, we're going to substitute that solution into either of the original equations to find the value of the first variable. And if possible, then we're going to write the solution as an ordered pair. And number 4, we're going to check the solution in both equations. So, example number 3, solve the following system of equations by substitution. So our first equation is negative x plus y equals negative 5. Our second equation is 2x minus 5y equals 1. Now first what we're going to do is we're going to solve the first equation for y, because if you look at that variable, that's the easiest one that we can solve for and isolate. Doesn't mean that you can't do it for the other ones, but that one is probably the best one. So we're going to solve the first equation for y. In order to do that, what we're going to do is we're going to add x to both sides, so now we get y, which is equal to x minus 5. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to substitute the expression x minus 5 in for y into the second equation. So here's our second equation, and we're substituting x minus 5 into that equation. So now what we're going to do is we're then going to distribute the negative 5, so we have 2x minus 5x plus 25 equals 1. And then we're going to combine like terms to get negative 3x plus 25 equals 1. Subtract 25 to both sides to get negative 24. And then divide both sides by negative 3, and that gives us a result of 8. So now what we want to do is we want to substitute x equals 8 into the first equation and solve for y. So our first equation is negative x plus y equals negative 5. So we're going to plug in 8 for x. So we have negative times the value of 8 plus y equals negative 5. When we add 8 to both sides, 8 minus 5 gives you 3. So therefore y is equal to 3. And now our solution is 8, 3. Then what we can do is we can check by the solution by substituting the values of 8 and 3 into both equations. So if we plug 8 and 3 into the first equation, we get negative 8 plus 3, which is negative 5, which equals negative 5, and that's true. And then 2 times 8 minus 5 times 3, that is 16 minus 15, which is equal to 1, and therefore that is also true.